What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for local sports. It's Tyler, and this JUCO football video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your next team event. We are here at Vets, LBCC, back at home once again. One of the top teams in the nation, ranked number 6 in the country as far as JUCO teams go, hosting LA Harbor here on their home field, and they are ready to get this one underway. The Vikings and the Seahawks, teams that don't exactly like each other. There's plenty of juice in this ball game, so let's get right to it. Vikings get a good start on the opening drive. Jaron Scroggins with a nice gain as they swing it out to him on the outside. LBCC already approaching the red zone in their red unis. Darren Johnson takes the handoff, and he's going to put in a nice carry down to the goal line. Looked like this might have been a touchdown, but instead, Deontay Dixon with a little twin magic. He's going to vulture the touchdown like Lendell White used to do. Nobody wants to high hip with me. Sorry, Deontay, nobody there, but at least you're up 7-0. On the other end, double thump! Special teams makes a play as London Iacopo, clap from Deuce Deuce, blocks the kick. Great start for the Vikings. Unfortunately, that would cool quickly. The Harbor defense came ready to play. Here you see one of 5 first-half sacks for that defense. The offense quickly seized on that momentum. Clark Livingston, he's got 2 last names, and he goes 28 yards to Michael Andrews for the touchdown. Harbor, they're down by just a point. Once again, got to give credit to the Seahawks D-line, Daquan Wilson and John Henry, both disruptive in the backfield. Harbor on 4th and 6 going to come through with a huge play. Livingston to Marquise Open Waters for the 20-yard touchdown. And it's now 13-7 in favor of the Seahawks 5 minutes before halftime. LBCC's offense continued to struggle that first half. Tyler Frey with the INT just before intermission. And the visitors a surprising first half lead, 13-7 after a half hour. Third quarter didn't look much better early on. Henry going to scoop up the lateral as that play gets blown up, and the Seahawks right on the doorstep thanks to another Vikings turnover. Royce Dodd this time the target in the end zone as the tight end goes up to get it, and he is just a little bit excited about it with the 2-point conversion. It's now 21-7 Harbor. That's when the Vikings really went to the ground game. Dixon and Johnson finding lots of room to run. This was really an impressive drive. The offensive line much better after halftime. Unfortunately, Johnson gets inside the 10 and coughs it up. Harbor is going to fall on it. That could have been a very costly turnover. Viking defense does bow its neck, and then when they get the ball back, go right back to Dixon. He had 14 carries for 89 yards. Johnson, by the way, led the team with 117 yards on 16 carries. Finally, it's Tyree Harris that's going to cap off this drive with a touchdown plunge. Vikings starting to crawl back in it, down 21-13, 7 minutes left in the third. Now it's time for the defense to make a play, and it's Keontae on the spot. Godot reads the quarterback, leaves his man, leaves a potential tackler, he gone, 51 yards to pay dirt, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. Godot with the huge play for the defense. I'll be back for more. Just wait for it. Next drive, Livingston hit. The ball's on the ground, and mama, there Godot's that man. 48 yards to the house, 2 touchdowns, just 47 seconds apart for the corner. That gives the Vikings the lead, and he's going to run all the way to lane 4 before he throws the brakes on. What an incredible series of plays from Godot. Guess what? He still ain't done. Vikings, though, score 3 times in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Impressive. Next Seahawks drive. Godot, again! His 3rd takeaway in less than 3 minutes. Stop putting it anywhere near that kid. He looks like Deontay with the high steps down the sidelines. It's lit for the Vikings right now. Harbor, though, would get a huge play thanks to Waters here in the 4th quarter. Great catch. Going to get a huge block right here. And Waters is going to scamper 66 yards near the goal line. Eventually, who else? Godot would shove him out of bounds. But the Seahawks not going quietly here. They've still got life on the road. Next play, John Dunbar with the 6-yard touchdown grab. And all of a sudden, it's going to be a 1-point Harbor lead. Big underdogs coming into this game, but they didn't look afraid. LBCC back on their heels once again with 12 minutes to go. Good drive back the other way. Harris running the ball. Jacob Welch, the team's leading receiver, with a nice grab right here. So the Vikings starting to roll. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize in the red zone with a touchdown, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal try. Sergio Garcia going to boot it through and give the Vikings the lead right back, 29-27, under 8 to play. Back the other way, the defense forces a quick 3-and-out. Thomas Patolo with the tackle. He turns about it. Back to the offense. The ground game again trying to put it away with Harris's really tough running. Instead, they'd have to settle for another field goal from Garcia. That makes it a 5-point game with just 1:12 left on the clock. That defense knows they just need one more stop to put this game away. It's been the strong suit for the Vikings all year. They get a bit fortunate. Kyrie Wallace with the diving try, but he's ruled out of bounds. So a big play negated for the Seahawks. The game almost ends when Isaiah Roston hits Livingston, but hashtag Tuck rule, it's going to stay right with the Seahawks. Now on 4th and 1, Harbor, for some reason, goes for the 20-yard gain. It's way out of bounds. The defense holds. And thanks to Godot's tremendous third quarter, the Vikings are able to survive here at home as the final seconds will tick away on this 32-27 win. Head coach Brett Peabody certainly had to sweat through this one, but his team does pick up the W and improve to 4-0. They will have to get a lot better because next week they face number 19 state-ranked Mount Sac on the road. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including Long Beach Transit. Their Route 1 now stops at South Bay Pavilion, Cal State Dominguez Hills, and the StubHub Center, home of the LA Galaxy. We've got plenty more Vikings football games left on this schedule. You want all the coverage, got to keep it locked right here at GazetteSports.com and the Press Telegram.